This is breaking news from the 7 Action Newsroom.
We're already starting to see the impacts, and it's a monster.
I am begging you at this point to understand the seriousness of the storm.
Hundreds of thousands are without power as Hurricane Matthew skirts along Florida's eastern coastline.
This monster storm is the big story this morning on this Friday, October the 7th. Thank you for waking up with us. I'm Alicia Smith.
And I'm Anu Prakash in for Malcolm Maddox. We begin with the latest on Hurricane Matthew. Take a look. This is a live look at Jacksonville, Florida. The Category 3 storm is packing winds of 120 miles per hour. It has not made landfall yet, but it's coming close, swirling right up the Florida coast starting late last night.
More than 140,000 people have already lost power here. President Obama declaring states of emergency in Florida, Georgia, and South Carolina. We have team coverage, including ABC's Lauren Lister, live in New Smyrna Beach, Florida.
Good morning. The center of Hurricane Matthew is now just about 50 miles off the coast of Florida. That Category 3 storm packing winds of up to 120 miles per hour, and we are feeling its impact starting to pick up with gusty winds, pelting rain, and our power getting knocked out.
Hurricane Matthew barreling towards Florida. The brutal conditions intensifying as the eye of the storm taunts coastal cities. Overnight, violent winds along the beaches, gusts in some places clocking in above 70 miles per hour. The storm bringing the look and sound of fireworks in the form of downed power lines, thousands facing outages, officials fearing up to 3 million may end up in the dark. The National Weather Service saying Matthew will be devastating. Florida's governor making this dire warning.
Unfortunately, this is going to kill people.
Already it has. Matthew taking the lives of more than 100 people as it swept through Haiti. The death toll there skyrocketing as the floodwaters recede. And Matthew battering the Bahamas before heading for Florida. Residents Thursday preparing, filling up those final sandbags. Stores are boarded up, their shelves bare. More than 3 million people urged to evacuate here and in the Carolinas, some refusing to go.
Everyone left town, everything's boarded up, and I'm just waiting.
But many getting out, clogging the highways for miles, while nearly 4,000 flights have been canceled.
A major concern here now, the storm surge. Where I am along the coast of Florida, it's expected to be 6 to 10 feet or more. Residents fearing this waterway could rise, flooding their homes. You can see this dock is already completely submerged. In New Smyrna Beach, Florida, I'm Lauren Lister, ABC News.
Thank you, Lauren. Our team coverage continues now with 7 First Alert meteorologist Hallie Vogel.
And Hallie, you've been tracking the path of this menacing storm. Will it ever make landfall, or is it just going to continue to skirt the coast?
This is really an interesting hurricane overall as the eye continues to wobble just off coast. It's very unpredictable and something that we've been watching with each new forecast run coming out a little bit different. But as of this point, it looks like it's coming ever so close to the East Coast. It's a really tough call, actually. Look at these outer rain bands, and really it's the freshwater flooding that's the huge concern. And you can see that just from Vero Beach up toward Melbourne and Titusville, anytime you see those orange, yellow, red colors indicating some torrential flooding rains, we're talking about a storm surge between 9 and 11 feet. That is tremendous. And then rainfall amounts of 5 to 10 inches on an already saturated ground. We have to remember they had a stalled out front that brought a lot of rain to Florida already, so we're getting that on top of it. Quick look at the path right now, and again, sustained as a Category 3, 120 mile per hour winds. It wants to keep that mobility just along the East Coast up toward Jacksonville. All day today, Jacksonville under the gun. We're watching tonight up towards Savannah, the east coast of Georgia, on to the Carolinas. What's very interesting about this storm, how it wants to circle back around. We're going to be watching it for days to come. Of course, I'm going to have your local forecast ahead.
I mean, some people were saying they might be without power for weeks. It really is frightening. Hurricane Matthew, of course, causing headaches for millions of travelers across the U.S., bringing air travel to a complete halt.
Almost 4,000 flights have already been canceled. Fort Lauderdale's airport completely shut down, and Miami International stopped all flights, and even Orlando International, miles away from the shore, has grounded all commercial flights. And Disney World has closed its doors, only the 4th time in the resort's history.
How about that? Airlines and airports, of course, working around the clock because of this storm, trying to ensure that their schedules return to normal as quickly as possible. But airport officials urge travelers to check flight statuses throughout the weekend, even if you're not flying to the southeast. The ripple effect may still cause widespread cancellations.
More than 24 Red Cross volunteers from Michigan are getting ready to help in Hurricane Matthew relief efforts. As of Wednesday night, 3,600 people took refuge at 84 Red Cross and community evacuation shelters across Florida, South Carolina, and Georgia. And the number of these shelters and people looking for help is expected to grow as Matthew barrels through the Atlantic coast. More than 24 volunteers are headed to the southeast. They will lend a hand in Florida and other states hit hardest by the monster storm.
We have individuals in functions such as driving our emergency response vehicle, feeding and safe food handling, operating and managing a shelter. We also have a very large logistics volunteer team to help move assets where they need to go in a timely manner.
Many of the volunteers are driving to the area, of course, because flights there have been canceled.
Good morning. I'm Jennifer Ann Wilson in for Anne-Marie LaFlame, and roads are looking pretty good out there. We do have some construction projects, though, you need to know about. First off, this weekend beginning tonight, I-94 westbound is going to completely close between I-75 and 96. That begins tonight. It remains closed all weekend long and reopens on Monday at 5 a.m. Now, right now, we have closures already as far as ramps go. 94 eastbound ramps at Merriman, they're closed whether you want to get on or off. You're not going to be able to do that right now. We've also got ramps closed until 5 a.m. from 94 westbound to the Lodge, 94 westbound to 96. So make sure you've had an extra time in your schedule before you head out the door, just to make sure you can get around all of those construction projects. I'll be back in 7 minutes or less with another traffic update. Well, first, though, we can look at the roads here. This is 75 in Square Lake. Traffic moving really smoothly, no major issues. There is some spotty fog out there, so make sure to be aware.
Time right now, 4:37.
That's right. A new kind of street drug is taking a deadly toll in Detroit. Now, the state health department has confirmed 19 deaths in Wayne County since July, which could be linked to overdoses of carfentanil. That's an elephant tranquilizer. It was mixed with heroin or some type of opioid in all of those overdoses. It's also a danger to anyone who comes in contact with it because it can be absorbed through the skin. The state's working to ensure local doctors and hospitals are on alert.
The FBI is on the hunt for this man, Todd Keith. He's wanted for 2 armed robberies, bank robberies in Ypsilanti Township. During one of them, investigators say he fired his gun inside the Chase Bank on Whitaker Road. If you see him, the FBI says do not approach him. Dangerous. Just call police if you spot him. There is a $1,500 reward for information leading to his arrest. 4:38 is the time right now. Up next, tenants forced to deal with flooded basements. What a plumber told one woman that has left her without any answers.
Plus, devastation in Haiti in the aftermath of Hurricane Matthew. Hundreds have lost their lives. Many more have lost their homes.
And of course, we're following breaking news as Hurricane Matthew moves up the Atlantic coast. This is a look at Port Canaveral. Webcam wind gusts exceeding hurricane at least strength off the East Coast, but also tropical storm force winds on the East Coast. Things are going to deteriorate quickly through the morning. We'll keep you up to date.